up, everybody? So I just hopped in here to give y'all a breakdown because I've been testing a live stream services because I want to start doing some live streams here and there. Try to get back in the swing of things. Now I'm gonna make a confession. Even though I've been showing y'all like naked charts and stuff, I still use automation, and I really don't really have to get up early in the morning to check my charts. I just make sure I check the news the night before to see what pairs I need to watch out for, and if there's gonna be pairs that I need to watch out for while I'm sleeping, I make sure I put the right settings in the robot for the pair during the time that I'm asleep. And I really don't have to worry about much. That's what's been working for me for the past year and some change, okay? And that's how I'm here. So I'm going to break down this trade to y'all, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. For those of you who don't have trading systems, I'll show you what I would be doing if I was you. And I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, okay? So if you guys like content like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you let me know so I can continue to do it, because some of the content I'm putting out, I feel like it's not getting really received well. So I need to know if you guys want me to do these breakdowns, because I know y'all tell me here and there that y'all like it. So let me know if this is what you want, and I'll continue to do it to try to help y'all make some money, okay? So I went live, and the streaming software I'm using, OBS, it's acting up. So I use two streaming softwares. OBS, sometimes it'll glitch and it'll act up. I think because I have too many MT4s running on this computer, they get bogged down. But as you can see in the lower right hand corner, when my connection is pretty strong like this, then I'm usually good. I don't get too much lag. But sometimes the brokers, it look like they be trying to kick me off the server. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about conspiracy. So let's break it down. So this is the markup I did yesterday, because we were here yesterday. Now if I put the period separator, you'll see this is where we were around the time of me recording this the previous live stream, okay? So we're looking at price to break this level, and the level would be, let's properly say it, the level would be we needed to break, let me unlock the chart and go back. We needed to break, it did it before. Where did it do it before? It did it somewhere else before. Okay, right here. We needed it to break the pass. We needed to close above 1947, okay? So we did actually close above there, but as you can see, based off supply and demand strategies, right? It's kind of obvious what happened right here. And, that's the thing. We created this supply area. So now price is selling off from this area. This is just a sell-off point for gold. And people like to sell when it gets to these high points. We wanted to go to where this line is. This is 2000. Let me make sure I'm correct in what I'm saying. So I set this up prior. So yeah, so this line should be, I don't know why it looks like that. Okay, that's my TP. We wanted to go to 2000. Why do we wanted to go to 2000? Well, I'll zoom on and show you. Because it did it before. Okay, so at some point we wanted to go back up to this point. Okay, so this is where we're at. We're at 2077, and of course that's definitely news that did that. And this is the problem with gold for people who trade in positions. It's not a problem, but it's a problem if you were buying. You had to take what you could get, run it up, and then you had to watch it point down, because you knew it was going to go down. If you know anything about gold, every time it hits a level, it's going to sell off. People are going to get out of their positions that are in buys, or people that brought gold and they're holding it. Because if you brought gold, a lot of people are still in these gold trades from 1600, So if you brought gold, you're going to get out around that point. And that's what we're seeing right now, okay? So that's what's happening right now with gold. And what we're looking at, let me zoom in a little more, is we're looking for gold to break this level. And it's trying to do it. We're in an uptrend now. It's trying to do it. But then we created this demand zone, which I marked up on the last live stream that I did. And that demand zone is now acting as a support for the gold, and it's just ranging in this little area. Now, what I don't like is there's a lot of selling off going on, of course. And what I don't like is, you see what we're getting ready to do right there. I don't like that. Okay, so now there's getting too many little areas where it's selling off. And this is a pattern of sell-offs. Every time it tries to go off, people getting out. Okay, see it? I don't like that. So we want this candle not to make this formation that it's making right now. We want to see what we see now. These little wicks at the bottom. We want to see this because this is gonna be price trying to push up. Some people are buying into gold. Someone's buying into gold. Some organization, some entity is buying into gold. Okay, because we see it. And like I told people before too, when you start seeing these little arrows at the end of this ribbon, this is telling you that we're getting ready to see a swing when you see that. So you got your gaps right here confirming the buy. Then you got the buy. We had the MA cross. People said don't trade MA crosses. That's an MA cross. That as you see an MA cross, I'm gonna point it out to you guys. Keep your trading simple if you can. If you're a swing trader, you really need to learn to respect the MA cross. If you're a scalper, pay it no mind, I guess. But I don't know why you would do that either way. But as you can see, this was an MA cross, and I'm gonna show you the ultimate fake out on this was right here. The camera's in the way, so I'm gonna try to look. See that? That was the demand trade you needed right there. And if you didn't take this as a demand trade, you had the MA cross, which I'll point out again as another confluence to take your buy. Because you get them. You get these confluences for those of y'all who trade naked charts. You do get these confluences. Like you had this confluence and this confluence. And then if you got the ribbon, like I said, when the ribbon starts getting thin like that, and you start seeing all those cells coming out, that's the last little bit of time that the market is trying to get their money off of you by faking people into cells. Okay, that's how the market reverses, and boom, they get you trapped. Okay, so right now we want to see this wick. This is giving us inclination that more buying power is coming into this gold trade, and we just want to see it close above this, man. It did close above this, but it went right back down. So we see this little demand area is acting as a support. We got the moving averages too to back that up, and we just got to see what this candle does. So for those of you who don't understand swing trading, I'm going to tell you now, I'll trade the 1 hour because if you trade lower time frames, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you trade the lower time frame, you have to understand that you got to watch every candle print in order to understand how to properly take trades. So if you're taking a trade on a 5 minute and you're waiting for it to hit a certain area to create a supply and demand setup, or however you trade it, because all of these strategies work if you just use them right? You have to understand that this is one of those things where you need to, how do I put it? This is one of those things that you need to let the candle print in order to take the entry properly. Some of us, sometimes we trade while candles are still printing on the time frame we're on, and that's actually to me a big mistake. But it really depends on how you trade. If you know price and you know your direction, you could do it, but it's something that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't get in the habit of hopping into trades mid candle print. Like if the price is closing on that time frame and you're entering during the candle actually being formed, to me that's not a good idea. And like I said, if you know the direction and you're firm in that, then you take the trade. But to me, a better confluence is to wait for the candle to close. So right now on the 1 hour, we're waiting to see the formation, because now you see when I started the video, that candle was looking like it was creating a supply trade. And as you can see right now, if you pay attention towards the end of this hour candle, it's looking a little different right now. So we have to see if it's going to stay like that, if it's going to keep that formation. We don't want it to keep that formation because that means that the sellers are still pushing price down. But if it continues to push this direction, then we have no choice but to respect what it's giving us, right? So we have to react to what we see. And for swing traders, you get a little bit of a break because say you're out and about, say you're at work, say you're doing something, you have to just watch the candles every hour. So that's why I prefer the 1 hour. It keeps me from being attached to the charts. It keeps me from having to sit here, and I can just come every hour, check my candle. If I don't like what I see, then I know to make preparations to get out of the trade, trail my trade, close my trade, take the L now before I take a bigger L later, close and re-enter. Just how to react to what's going on, because to me, trading is about reacting, and if you're going to swing trade, you definitely have to make sure that you're reacting properly to the setup that the chart is giving you, because you just have to see your setup and react to it and decide whether you want to take it or not. So hopefully this video is helpful to y'all. I don't want to make it too long, but I wanted to get in here and explain this gold trade to y'all and let y'all know what I'm looking at. For people who want to swing trade, I think you should come to this channel and like, comment, and subscribe. If you're a scalper, hey man, I mean, more power to you. You know, I do scalp, but not a lot. But I'm realizing I should cater more towards swing trading because that's what I'm good at. Okay, so that's kind of what my forte is, and it's what I like to do because I've been in this trade for a couple days now, and I figured I'd put the bank ribbon on here to show y'all how I ended the trade. So let me say that and then I'll close. So as you can see, it's kind of point blank and simple. We entered here, and that's because I was using the Pyrex Vision system, and we entered here when price broke out, and we entered here. So I'm not using the Pyrex Vision on this chart, but that is the system. That's my personal system that I use to enter all my swing trades. I use it to scalp and swing trade. Actually, it does everything. But it's not about selling it to you. It's about just telling y'all the honest truth on how I entered the trade. So I use naked charts to show y'all how to trade. I do trade naked charts, but I don't take naked chart trades because I don't have to. I automate my strategies, and I believe in my strategies, and I bring them to market. Now, like I said, when I add news to my Confluence, it helps me with using a robot, because what happens is, long as the news is not going to make market do some weird reaction, I know to turn the robot on and say, hey, look, I want to risk maybe a 0.5% here. If I'm right, hey, I'm gonna get a 1 to 5. I'm gonna get a 2.5% on this trade. That's great. Most people get that in a week. I can get that per trade, right? Okay, cool. So that's pretty much how I'm doing this. It's not a simple thing where I just turn on a robot, I go to sleep and get rich. That would be lying to y'all. So I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing like that. That is a complete fabrication if I tried to tell y'all that. But however, once you get used to using it, once you understand, like with my mentor, he helped me. I had to go kind of figure it out on my own, and I appreciate him for letting me figure it out, because I did figure it out. But you know, once you get used to doing it over and over and over, it becomes redundant. Once you just stick to one pair for a while and you use this ribbon and you keep following the pair, you'll start to understand all the moves of the pair, because it's just like drawing. Now, there are people who would say, oh, what's that on this chart, da da da. Well, when you mark up a chart, you're doing the same thing. So it's really up to you how you want to make it seem. If you want to make that seem like that's harder, marking up is easier. However you want to trade, whatever's going to get you to your goal, do it. You know, at this point, I'm not in this to argue with people about what they think is right or wrong. But I do get a lot of comments as far as like people telling me how to trade like Baxi traded me. And I'm like, hey, can you get this many pips on gold? Can you swing trade gold like this? Can you be in a gold trade for days? Can you post yourself consistently for days in one trade, winning a trade for days? If you can't, why are you knocking the hustle? So there's a lot of ego involved in this. And like I said, you know, I'm just here to tell you I'm a swing trader and this is how I'm doing the trades. And yeah, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, man, hey, man, what can I tell you? I'm out of here. Peace. That's it.